It is 3:14 in the afternoon on a Monday, and I woke up half an hour ago. Took a shower, can you tell? I'm tired. It's summertime. I'm sleeping in as much as I can. So last time I put in my video that I'd be talking about racism, and for once I'm actually going to follow what I wrote in my last video. And probably because I've been watching a lot of Russell Peters lately. If you don't know who he is, look him up. Russell Peters is hilarious. He's what people call a racist comedian, but that's what makes him funny. One thing I like about racist jokes is that they're funny when they're true. And if people didn't make racist jokes, we'd probably all be thinking these funny things and would probably explode from having all these repressed jokes in our head. I don't know, but racist jokes aren't supposed to be a bad thing. I think that if people actually considered them properly, they'd be more ways to bond. When you look at some of the comments in Russell Peters' videos, there's people saying, wow, you're a racist asshole, or you're every other thing, but there's always racist in front of it. He's not racist, he's just telling the truth. And true racism is when somebody says, I hate you because you are blah. So I guess that makes me sort of racist because I'm half Chinese, so it's okay for me to say it. I don't like the Chinese. I don't like Chinese. But I'm half Chinese, so I think I'm allowed to say that. But quite honestly, if people hear me say something about the Chinese, then they're kind of like, oh, well, that's kind of a nasty thing to say. I'm saying it because it's true and because we're all thinking it. And I hate it when people talk about truth. Like, they make a statement that's clearly true and it's hilarious, and then they, like, about the Chinese, and then they look at me and go, oh, no offense. I don't care. I probably make more racist jokes or statements about the Chinese more than anybody else. The Chinese are bad drivers. There's no other way to put it. They're bad drivers. I mean, I've met a few good drivers, but those are people who don't fit the stereotypes. Because there's always people who don't fit the stereotypes, but stereotypes of Chinese are usually pops up as bad drivers. Because they are, usually. And the female Chinese drivers are even worse, because they're so short that they can't even see over the top of their steering wheel. And I've taken pictures of situations where this lady was literally, like, the steering wheel is up to here, and she was literally going like this, trying to drive. Yeah, it was bad. Really bad. And people get mad at me when I make stupid statements like that. But it's true. And I think because I'm half Chinese, I'm allowed to say this without getting in trouble. I mean, I'm not a bad driver. I can be a reckless driver, but I'm a pretty careful driver. My friend once looked at me, he's like, well, you're half Chinese and you're female, so you're probably going to be a bad driver. And I got mad at him because, not because of the Chinese part, but because of the female part. He's being a sexist asshole. And if somebody is going to get super anal about people making jokes or about the stereotypes of different races or whatever, they're probably like the next Hitler or something. I don't know. Like, it's when people start getting anal about these kind of things that World War III is about to start, but within cities. So maybe like, well, yeah, especially in Canada, because we've such a diverse. Well, okay, mostly in Richmond it's Chinese people, but actually it's really funny seeing. Okay, no, I don't know if I should say this. Yes, I should. Seeing little Chinese ladies try, because they do this thing where if they want something or they want to get by on the street, they just crash right into you and keep going and pretend they didn't notice you, because honestly it's overpopulated in China. They're used to just walking wherever the hell they want without caring who they bump into. But I once saw my grandmother and 3 of her friends walking down the street. They're doing this. They're just stepping on people's feet, getting by and pretending they don't notice. And they stopped dead in their tracks when they saw a black guy. And I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, when I went to the States and I saw, I went to Florida. I saw darker skinned people everywhere. I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. Because honestly, I like black people, but whatever. It was really funny because this guy that my grandmother, her friends ran into was probably like the one in a 10-mile radius, for all we know. They're very rare up here. So I thought that was funny because they're like, because it used to, if you know Chinese, there's, I don't know, some phrase that means white devil or something like that. That's what they were crazy about before. They would always be saying that when they immigrated here. Now they're kind of used to us, and hell, we're mixing. I'm half white. But black people, not so much. At least not here. I haven't really seen much in the States either. Chinese and blacks, I don't think I've ever really seen that kind of mix there. Not mix, but like interactions. I don't think I've ever seen it. If I was awake, I'm sure this would make more sense. But no. I'll probably do another one of these when I'm more awake. Probably not. I think I should get more guest stars because I'm running out of things to say. And I'm tired. But, basically, the whole point of this rant, which wasn't really much of a rant, is racist jokes are okay because people need to let loose and take the sticks out of their asses. Hating people because they're a different race, that's racism and that's bad. Yeah, that's pretty much it. People just need to take the poles out of their asses. End of story. Next time will be a surprise because I don't want to say I'm going to talk about something and then not talk about it because that'd be disappointing for some of you. So it'll be a surprise next time unless somebody comes up with a suggestion and comments or message me or whatever. Next time will be a surprise. And I'll try to be on time.